time for another travel talk with one of my favorite people and one of my favorite subjects. Today I'm talking with Kim Stare Wallace, owner of Dry Creek Vineyards, and we are going to discuss something very near and dear to my heart. This is probably my all-time favorite wine. And Kim's going to talk to us a little bit about Zinfandel. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Emily. So happy to be here. My favorite wine, too.
Well, I'm going to pour a little bit of it
Sounds
while
good.
we're talking.
Sounds good. So Zinfandel is truly America's heritage grape. And what I mean by that is it's only grown here in America. And of course, where our winery is here in Dry Creek Valley in Sonoma County, it's considered kind of the epicenter, if you will, for great Zinfandel. Zinfandel was actually brought here by the Italian settlers prior to the turn of the century. But of course, it's grown all throughout Sonoma County and all throughout California and in America, but not anywhere else in the world. So that's what I mean by America's heritage grape. And one of the things I love about Zinfandel, and I'll be really honest, Emily, I think Zinfandel is my favorite variety. I love its versatility. It can be made in several different styles, of course, just like all wines, but it has such a beautiful blackberry, raspberry fruit, some nice spicy tones like coriander and cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice. Sometimes Zinfandels can be very peppery and sometimes they're less so, but they're just really yummy, yummy wines. And I think sometimes people get a little maybe confused that Zinfandel is difficult to pair with foods, but I think the absolute opposite is true. I think it's one of the easiest wines to pair with foods. And so I was thinking about a couple of things that I would have with it. And of course, keeping in the theme of it being America's heritage wine, it goes with really American foods. So anything that might be grilled or barbecue, like Texas barbecue, any kind of grilled meats, smoked meats, even like a chili, really nice with chili. And of course, we've got, the grilling season coming up here soon. I'm sitting outside because it's so beautiful here today. And I may end up getting some baby back ribs this weekend for doing a little bit of barbecuing myself. But Zinfandel is also really good with different types of ethnic cuisines. So for example, one of my favorites is Asian food. So Chinese food, a lot of people are doing takeout right now and they're probably having Chinese takeout. And I love Zinfandel with anything with a hoisin sauce. I love it with mushu pork or even like a kung pao chicken. And then this will really kind of surprise you maybe, but I love Zinfandel with pot stickers. Who doesn't love pot stickers, right?
To be 100% honest with you, I enjoy this wine all by itself.
It's delicious by itself.
It is truly a completely delicious wine.
Thank you.
So Kim, where are you right now? You looking like you're in an absolutely beautiful spot.
I am right outside the winery's tasting room. That's the original sign behind me. And I'm just sitting right in front of the tasting room, enjoying a beautiful day. The grounds are lovely. The gardens are fully in bloom and there's a nice breeze, but it's quiet. We miss our visitors and we miss having you here.
Well, I miss being there, but the second best thing is being able to actually drink your wine at home. It's interesting to me because I really was not familiar with wine. I knew there was red and I knew there was white. I didn't understand that there were so many different ways to enjoy it. Can you explain with the red wines just some of the other different varietals? Is that the right word?
Varietals, there's Cabernet. We've chatted about Cabernet together. There's obviously Zinfandel. There's Syrah, which originates from the middle part of France. There are other Bordeaux varietals, and what that means is they're red grapes that originated in Bordeaux, France. So that would be, in addition to Cabernet, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and Malbec. Oh, there's a whole host of red varietals. And, it's one of the great things about wine and being in the wine business and just drinking wine is you can never stop learning. I was in Italy a couple of years ago, and I was told that there were over 500 grape varieties just in the country of Italy. The same is true for Spain. So it's why it's so fun to learn about it. But Zinfandel, I think, is probably my favorite. I I was just thinking, I was getting hungry as I was talking. I was thinking about Mexican food. I love Zinfandel with Mexican food. It can be really nice with, you know, carnitas tacos or pastor, or even like a mole dish, something, you know, the nice mole, because the richness of the wine and the bold deepness of the wine would be beautiful with that, you know, chocolate sort of essence. And then, of course, I think probably the quintessential pairing for Zin is Italian-inspired dishes. So anything with a tomato-based sauce, lasagna with a nice bolognese, or any kind of a red tomato sauce. And, you know, there's something about the spiciness of the Zinfandel that pairs well with spicier, more flavorful foods. But there is one tip I would just leave you with, Emily, and you have to be careful with Zinfandels to make sure they're not overly alcoholic. There are some Zinfandels made in a very high alcohol style, which really are difficult to pair with foods. You want, you know, a very beautifully balanced Zinfandel. And so that means a balance of the acidity, the fruit, the tannins, and the alcohol. And sometimes I think Zinfandel, some of them are made in too high of an alcoholic style. And I think probably why you like ours is, frankly, it's just beautifully balanced. It's elegant.
You know, to your point about what you were saying about learning, had I not visited Dry Creek when I could and go into your tasting room and learn about the different wines, I don't think I would have realized how much I truly enjoy Zinfandel. And like I said before, this is really my very, very favorite wine. And people can order it online, correct? They don't have to go into their store and get it. How can people order wine if they'd like to right now?
They can go right to the website, drycreekvineyard.com, and order away. And it'll get to you in time for Memorial Day grilling.
Fantastic. Kim, thank you for continuing to educate everybody all about wine. It's so much fun to talk to you on these wine days. And I just hope you have a fabulous weekend.
You too.
I'm going to enjoy my wine. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.